All right, welcome to my Lovable interface. This is what my interface looks like, the Lovable interface, just in case you're seeing it for the very first time. I'm going to be showing you a few projects that I've been able to vibe code using Lovable. Some of them are short projects, personal projects. Some of them I just did them for fun. Some of them were vibe coded to be able to communicate um, requirements to engineers. Okay, so I'm just going to be going to my all, clicking on all projects so you can see all of the projects that I was able to vibe code using Lovable. I'm just going to pick about, let's see if we can do about 3 to 5, just review 3 to 5 um, vibe coded projects quickly. So I'm going to go first off to this WhatsApp business buddy that I built to be able to communicate the product flow to the engineer. And honestly, looking at it, I think I should, or I could have done so much more with this. On the side, you would see basically like a review of the prompt and the prompts that was generated and the prompt that I put in and what was generated by Lovable to actually implement. So when you essentially when you put a prompt, like this is a refined prompt, right? And then Lovable now tells you what it's going to do with that prompt, how that prompt is going to be executed, what the dashboard is going to be like, conversations, if you're not being specific enough. So I would say what I should have done was to be more specific with this particular product, right? One major, I think I'm just going to start with the problem that small business owners face in Nigeria. The most used platform by small business owners in Nigeria is definitely WhatsApp. So you know how WhatsApp can be, especially when it's even when you're using WhatsApp business, sometimes conversations can just be all over the place. They can encroach on each other, and you might just miss out on different business conversations or pending conversations you're having with your customers. So basically, what this AI assistant is supposed to do is to be like a CRM that is supposed to be connected to WhatsApp, an AI assistant that helps small business owners in Nigeria, arrange and collate their orders in an orderly manner. All right, so you have the section where they also can see their recent orders, they can see payments that are waiting, and they can see active conversations. So there's also the chat section where you see all chats that are AI handled, the one that needs my attention, or the one that concerns others, and basically all of them in general. And then these are the orders, new orders, awaiting payment. So basically, the system kind of like detect what orders are new, what orders are pending, what orders are confirmed, what orders are processing, they're delivered, and so on and so forth. You also can see insights as well. So basically, basic insights of like a performance overview, how much you've sold, your top products that are being sold, your weekly revenue, and also the performance of the AI. Right? What could I have done better with this? I think that obviously my prompt engineering skills have to be um, improved. Basically saying exactly, but I didn't think that it was kind of like a must because communicated it to the engineer. He understood what I meant, so I didn't think that I had to go the extra mile. But if you're vibe coding with Lovable, please try as much as possible to make your prompt as clear as possible so that whoever it is that is you're communicating with would have an understanding to T. Right? So let's go. This is basically what the AI CRM is about. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go to the next projects. Right. I'm just gonna go to the next project right now. So the next project would be this interview prep guide, right? So this was a task that was given to me during my AI in product management course. And I really enjoyed creating because it's just a very easy peasy platform. There really isn't that many um, pages or buttons, just a 2 page, platform that gives you the solution to the problem that you're trying to solve immediately. So if you're applying for a job and you already have the job description stated, all you need to do is, so I have a job description here already. All I need to do is just copy that job description, right, from wherever it is that you're applying from. Copy the job description and paste it on here. And if you want to know, if you want to get a tailored interview preparation guide with likely interview questions, talking points, and strategies, and everything you basically need to know about that job, all you need to know is paste the job description and generate the guide, right? So as it's generating, yeah, so it says, since you didn't provide a specific company name, I have tailored this guide to a high growth tech environment where an APM is expected to be good. So basically, um, if you're a PM and you've been applying for jobs, you already know that these questions are, there are patterns to these things. So the more you indulge in interviews, the more you undergo interviews, the more you apply for jobs, you already know, oh, this is what this company wants, this is what they most likely would need, and all of that. So if I had mentioned the name of the company, obviously the guide would tailor it to the specific requirements for that specific company. So I think that is what you might want to do. Be as specific as possible with the description that you are pasting on here so that it can also be less vague with its responses. So it also categorizes it into your role, key skills, likely interview questions, even behavioral questions, start using the STAR method, questions with experience, questions about experience, talking points, and all of that. So it's just a very easy peasy. I had actually used this tool for one of the interviews that I went through, but I didn't get the job. But it kind of like gave me insights on what to expect, right, when I'm going ahead with other interviews that's similar to that. Yeah, so that's basically it for the AI powered interview preparation guide. So if you actually want to use any of these tools, you can let me know. I can send you the link, or if you want me to add them to the description box, you can also let me know as well. So let's look at the next project, which is this Event Flow Pro. Sometimes Lovable actually just gives them names. I didn't name it Interview Pro, right? I didn't name it Event Flow Pro, but I guess. So this is basically like a actually another um flow, another user flow that I vibe coded for the engineer, also to understand a particular product, that the particular product flow that we were building for Wobble Live. So we have actually already launched a free event feature. So we were looking to now build the payment feature for ticketing transactions between the attendee and the organizer. So, if you don't know Wabble Live is an event ticketing platform for both attendees and organizers to be able to list their events. The product that we're building eliminates ticketing fraud by minting tickets on the blockchain as NFTs, reducing ticketing fraud and ticketing chaos. It's basically your one-stop platform for all things events and stopping events, basically eliminating event issues that organizers and attendees might face, okay, in the event industry. So basically, yeah, we have sections for attendee and organizer. And also, I think I also need to do better with my prompting. I think I did great, right, with having to communicate the basic functionality for the website, or for the platform, or for the flow, basically, because the engineers actually understood. But I think that what I could definitely do better is with my prompt engineering. So it kind of communicates what the flow should look like for attendee, has an attendee and organizer section for paid and free events. So we eventually came to a conclusion that all um, analytics for free and paid events would be on one page, and we didn't have to, because I mean, having to communicate with engineers to give you feedback and tell you what is technically possible, and this wasn't technically possible, so we had to make a change with that. So when you communicate like this with engineers, it kind of like gives them insight on what is possible, and they communicate that to you, right? So that's basically how this was built. I really like the UI. The UI is really nice, really interesting. And yeah, I was really just playing around with it and specifically communicating what a model should look like and other areas. And it was a great tool because they did understand what I was trying to communicate. So let's move on to the next product that I want to show you that I vibe coded recently. Um, so basically, I was trying to communicate a basic, I was trying to like communicate basic product understanding to the engineers. So just showing them the landing page. This is not the best landing page, but with like the hero section, with the description, with the about, with the entire UI, it kind of communicated to the engineer that okay, with the how it works, creating their profile, finding their match, and all of that. It kind of like gave them an idea, and then I could go ahead to actually refine the prompt. Okay. So yeah, this is basically what Mentor OS was about. Now, my next project would be, let's go back to the last one. I'm going to show you guys my last one, which is my portfolio. I actually vibe coded my portfolio. A lot of project managers or a lot of product managers actually vibe code their portfolios, which I think is amazing because other than having to wait to buy a domain or have a domain website, you can actually vibe code it, add all the sections, and it's just a click away from someone actually having to know what you're about in your career. So I had the products I've shipped sections, all the products I've worked on, my testimonials, what colleagues are saying about me, my thoughts and writings, all my newsletters from Substack and Medium are here, and my contact details, right? I actually had sub pages. So the sub pages are when you click on a sub page, it brings you to the actual section. So there's really nothing elaborate about this. It's just for people. You can also attach your resume and your contact details and make it as just play around with it. And yeah, it'll be fun. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me on this review. It was very short. I tried to make it as short as possible. I'm going to be doing more of this on this channel. So if you did enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.